It's day 2 of Ukulele World Changers 28 Days of Ukulele Challenge. So today we are learning how to tune our instrument, and I've got my tuner right here. I'll show you how it works in just a minute. Let me tell you something special. These 4 strings have names: G, C, E, and A. G, C, E, A. You might have heard, "My dog has fleas," or other silly fun ways to remember it. We have a different way here in Ukulele World Changers, and that is G, gratitude, C, changes, E, every, A, attitude. Gratitude, changes, every, attitude. So each string's name, which are G, C, E, A, have a word that go along with them, saying the phrase, gratitude changes every attitude. So every time we tune our instruments, we're actually going to remember to tune our minds, which is so important, and tune our hearts to be grateful. Gratitude really does change every attitude. And if you can learn that, oh my goodness, it will change your world, which will in turn change the world. Hey guys, we are here ready to tune, and we're actually outside because it is such a beautiful day, which is something else to be grateful for. Okay, so what is tuning? Tuning simply means that you tighten or loosen the strings depending on if you need them to be higher or lower. Let me demonstrate with a rubber band. Oh, here's my rubber band. Now, we get that hair out of my mouth because the wind's blowing. If I pull it tighter, can you hear it? Okay, if I loosen it, do you hear how it got a little bit lower? High and tight, low and loose, okay? And you might not be able to hear that super well, but get your own rubber band. Try it at home, just don't flick anybody. Watch out. Oh, I almost gotcha. Okay, high and tight. So tighter the string, the higher it gets. The looser the string, the lower it gets. Now let's get the ukulele. Okay, we got our ukulele. Now here we have these tuning pegs. The tuning pegs are used to help us tighten and loosen the strings. See these really cool gears? Okay, those help it to stay in place. So once you've tightened it, once you move to the next gear, it's supposed to stay in place. Okay, so we're back inside because the rooster in my neighborhood was getting real feisty and it was getting loud. So I have my tuner clipped on, and we have our 4 strings, remember from earlier, G, C, E, A. Gratitude changes every attitude. And clearly we need to fix our attitude. It's out of tune. So we're gonna start with the G string, which is right here. It's the first string. I'm gonna give it a pluck. And as I pluck it, you will see on the tuner, you will see that there's a line that is now to the left of the middle. There's an arrow in the middle, and we're paying attention to where that line is. If it's on the left, that means it's too low. If it's on the right, that means it's too high. If it's in the middle, it's like the 3 bears. You know, when Goldilocks gets her porridge, Baby Bear's porridge, it's just right. So we want it to be right there in the middle. We want it to be just right. Okay, so right now the G is too low. Now, for the G string and the C string, if it's too low and we need it to be higher, we're going to turn it to the left. To the left, to the left, okay? So I'm going to pluck this string and turn it at the same time. So you're not gonna see me plucking, but this is what I'm doing as I'm turning to the left, to the left. And when you see it get green, I want you to yell, "It's good, it's all good," okay? It's all good, it's green. Yes, we got it. Okay, now let's go to the next string, which is C. Gratitude changes every attitude. So here's our C string. So we're gonna give it a pluck. That line is to the right. So that means it's too high. So we need to lower it. For the G string and the C string, if it's too high, meaning we need to make it lower, we're going to turn it to the right. Oh, it's all good. So now let me clarify what I mean by left and right. When I'm looking down at the head of the ukulele, the left is behind. That's correct. The left is the back. The right is the front. So now we're over here to the E string. And if you need to kind of follow the string up to the tuning peg to figure out which one you're on, that's fine. So I give my E string a pluck. Uh-oh, that line is to the left, so it's too low. So to make it higher on the E and the A string, I'm going to turn it to the right, Okay, if it's too low, I turn it to the right to make it higher. So here we go, which is towards the front of the ukulele. There we go. It's all good. It's green. Okay, we got it. We've done G, C, E. Now let's do A. Now it looks like for the A string, the line is to the right of the middle, so that means it's too high. For the E and the A string, when we need to lower the string, if it's too high, we need to lower it. We're going to turn it to the left. Do you hear that change? It's good. Now, I'm not going to lie, this confuses me a little bit because the G and C string are different than the E and A string, the directions. So, I may not be awesome at directions, but I'm really good at raps. So I made up a rap to help you remember it. Here it goes. Okay, ukulele players, it's time to get our ukuleles in tune. Here we go. If your string is a little too low, you got to make it higher. Here's what you got to know. To the left with G and C. To the right, E and A. Just follow me. Okay, so we know what to do if our strings are too low. What do we do if they're too high? If your string is a little too high, you got to make it lower. Here's what you're going to try. Take G and C, turn them to the right, E and A to the left. Now you're doing it right.